In 1884, 14 European powers gathered around a table in Berlin. They weren't there to negotiate peace. They were there to divide Africa, without setting foot on it, without consulting its people. And not a single African was invited. This wasn't just a meeting. It was the beginning of one of the most brutal redrawings of land in human history. Before colonization, Africa was not a dark void. It was a continent of power, trade, and sovereignty. The Kingdom of Benin, the Ashanti Empire, the Zulu, all were rich in gold, cloth, art, and structured governance. Trade routes stretched across deserts and forests. Markets bustled with goods from every corner of the region. Africa was not untouched. It was thriving, but to Europe, it was raw material, rubber, diamonds, ivory, gold. To them, it was land to be taken, resources to be extracted, and people to be used. By the late 1800s, European powers were scrambling for control. Rival claims, colonial threats, rising tensions. They needed a way to divide the loot, civilly. That's where Berlin came in. Germany's Chancellor, Otto von Bismarck, hosted the conference. 14 nations showed up. No Africans were invited. Their mission? To draft rules for dividing a continent they never understood. They used rulers, maps, and red ink, like surgeons carving into living skin. Tribes were split by invisible lines. Rivals were forced into shared borders. Villages that had coexisted for centuries were now separated by politics. The only logic was European greed. No language, no culture, no history was considered. They weren't designing nations, they were cutting up territory. And as pens scratched across paper in Berlin, lives across Africa were changed forever. The consequences were catastrophic. The lines they drew still exist today, and so do the conflicts they planted. Enemies were forced to share governments. Ethnic groups were crushed together or torn apart. Wars erupted. Civil unrest spread. People turned against each other under systems they never chose. Colonial rule bled the land dry. Men worked in mines, beaten and broken. Women and children were enslaved. Culture was replaced with foreign language. Spirituality was replaced with foreign gods. Europe became rich. Africa paid the price. 3 months, 14 men, one stolen continent. This was not an accidental tragedy. It was a calculated, documented theft. The Berlin Conference didn't just redraw Africa's map, it rewired its destiny. But history doesn't stay silent, and the truth always finds a voice, even from old maps.